From ancient texts to cosmic mysteries, who are the seven Elohim? The term Elohim carries profound significance in religious, metaphysical, and esoteric traditions. It is deeply rooted in ancient texts, mystical teachings, and interpretations that extend across various cultures and spiritual systems. Often translated as God or gods, Elohim appears in religious scriptures, including the Hebrew Bible, and has been associated with the divine hierarchy, the creative forces of the universe, and even extraterrestrial entities in modern metaphysical interpretations. This in-depth exploration examines the origins of the concept of the Elohim, their depiction in sacred texts, and their esoteric and metaphysical implications, focusing on the seven Elohim as archetypal figures of cosmic creation and divine power. The origins and meaning of Elohim. 1. Etymology of Elohim. The word Elohim is a Hebrew term that can be translated as God, gods, or divine beings. The root of the word El means mighty or powerful, and its plural form, Elohim, is often used in a majestic or plural of respect sense. In the Hebrew Bible, Elohim frequently refers to the singular God of Israel, but also occasionally denotes other divine beings, such as angels, judges, or celestial powers. 2. Elohim in the Hebrew Bible. The Elohim are first mentioned in Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. This use of the plural form in conjunction with singular verbs has been a point of debate among scholars, leading to various interpretations about the nature of the Elohim. In other parts of the Bible, the term refers to divine councils or assemblies, as in Psalm 82 verse 1. God Elohim stands in the assembly of the gods Elohim. He judges among the gods. The Elohim have been interpreted as representing a divine plurality, possibly suggesting a complex nature of divinity, encompassing multiple aspects or entities working in unison. The seven Elohim in esoteric traditions. Esoteric and metaphysical traditions often expand on the concept of the Elohim, identifying seven key Elohim as creative forces or cosmic intelligences that govern the processes of creation, evolution, and spiritual transformation. 1. The seven Elohim as cosmic creators. In mystical teachings, particularly those influenced by Kabbalistic, Theosophical, and Hermetic traditions, the seven Elohim are seen as powerful archetypes or divine energies that correspond to the 7 days of creation, the 7 chakras, and the 7 rays of spiritual light. They are viewed as cosmic architects who oversee the manifestation of the physical and spiritual universe. 2. Connections to the 7 rays. The Theosophical tradition, as well as some interpretations of the Ascended Master teachings, identifies the 7 Elohim with the 7 rays of light, each representing a specific divine quality. First ray, will and power, governs leadership, courage, and the initiation of creation, linked to the sun and the primal Elohim. Second ray, love and wisdom, represents compassion and enlightenment, associated with Venus and the Elohim of harmony. Third ray, active intelligence, governs creativity, adaptability, and knowledge, linked to Mercury and the Elohim of intellect. Fourth ray, harmony through conflict, represents growth through challenge, associated with Mars and the Elohim of transformation. Fifth ray, concrete science, governs logic, precision, and truth, associated with Saturn and the Elohim of structure. Sixth ray, devotion and idealism, represents faith and spiritual aspiration, linked to Jupiter and the Elohim of wisdom. Seventh ray, ceremonial order, governs rituals, cycles, and spiritual manifestation, associated with the moon and the Elohim of reflection. Each Elohim governs a ray, embodying its attributes and guiding humanity's spiritual evolution. 3. The 7 Elohim in Hermeticism. Hermetic and alchemical traditions often associate the 7 Elohim with celestial bodies, such as the sun, moon, and planets visible to the naked eye. This connection emphasizes their role as cosmic forces influencing human consciousness and destiny. Religious and mythological parallels. The concept of the 7 Elohim is echoed in various religious and mythological systems, often representing divine beings or creative powers. 1. Christianity. In Christian mystical interpretations, the Elohim are associated with the 7 spirits of God mentioned in the book of Revelation, Revelation 4 verse 5. Before the throne were 7 lamps of fire burning, which are the 7 spirits of God. These spirits are often linked to the Elohim as aspects of divine creation and governance. 2. Gnosticism. Gnostic cosmology describes 7 archons, often depicted as rulers or creators of the material world. While their roles are more ambivalent in Gnostic texts, parallels can be drawn between the archons and the Elohim as intermediaries between the divine and the earthly realms. 3. Ancient Mesopotamian mythology. The Elohim bear similarities to the Anunnaki, the divine beings in Sumerian mythology tasked with shaping human civilization. Some esotericists draw comparisons between the Anunnaki and the Elohim, suggesting that ancient myths may reflect shared archetypes of celestial creators. Metaphysical interpretations. Modern metaphysical perspectives on the Elohim, particularly within the New Age movement, suggest that they may represent extraterrestrial intelligences or multidimensional beings who seeded life on Earth. 1. Extraterrestrial theories. Proponents of ancient astronaut theories, such as Eric von Daniken, argue that the Elohim were advanced extraterrestrial beings mistaken for gods by early humans. They cite descriptions of the Elohim's creative acts and their interactions with humanity as evidence of advanced technology and knowledge. 2. The Elohim as guides to ascension. In contemporary metaphysics, the 7 Elohim are seen as guides for spiritual awakening and ascension. By aligning with their energies, individuals can achieve greater harmony, enlightenment, and connection to the divine source. The role of the Elohim in human consciousness. 1. The Elohim as archetypes. Carl Jung's theory of archetypes provides a lens through which the Elohim can be understood as universal symbols representing the creative and transformative forces within the human psyche. 2. The Elohim in meditation and spiritual practice. Practitioners of esoteric traditions often invoke the 7 Elohim through meditation, visualization, and rituals to align with their energies and access higher states of consciousness. The 7 Elohim, cosmological and astrological connections. The concept of the Elohim transcends religious texts, integrating with cosmology, astrology, and metaphysical traditions. These 7 divine beings or energies are often interpreted as archetypes or forces that guide creation, human evolution, and the celestial mechanics of the universe. This exploration delves into the cosmological and astrological connections of the 7 Elohim, linking them to celestial bodies, cosmic rays, and the spiritual framework of existence. Understanding the Elohim, a brief overview. The term Elohim in Hebrew is plural for El, meaning mighty or powerful. In biblical traditions, it is used to denote the God of creation, Genesis 1 verse 1, but it also carries connotations of a collective or hierarchical divine force. In esoteric traditions, the Elohim are often considered divine architects of the cosmos, responsible for the manifestation of the material and spiritual worlds. When examined through a cosmological and astrological lens, the 7 Elohim can be viewed as representatives of cosmic principles, celestial bodies, and metaphysical energies that influence both the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm, the individual. The 7 Elohim and the 7 celestial bodies. In astrology and cosmology, the number 7 is sacred, representing the 7 visible celestial bodies in ancient astronomy: the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These celestial bodies were revered as divine entities influencing earthly and cosmic events, and they provide a framework for understanding the 7 Elohim. 1. The Sun, the Elohim of power and will. Cosmological connection. The sun is the source of life, vitality, and creative energy. In cosmology, it represents the core of existence and the driving force behind the universe's creation. Astrological influence. The sun governs the self, identity, and purpose. The corresponding Elohim embodies power, leadership, and the divine will that initiates creation. 2. The moon, the Elohim of reflection and emotion. Cosmological connection. The moon governs cycles, tides, and the subconscious. It symbolizes the nurturing, reflective aspect of creation. Astrological influence. The moon is associated with emotions, intuition, and the inner self. The Elohim connected to the moon embodies nurturing and emotional intelligence. 3. Mercury, the Elohim of communication and intelligence. Cosmological connection. Mercury, as the closest planet to the Sun, is associated with speed, adaptability, and the transmission of divine knowledge. Astrological influence. Mercury governs communication, intellect, and reasoning. The Elohim of Mercury represents the active intelligence that bridges divine inspiration and human understanding. 4. Venus, the Elohim of love and beauty. Cosmological connection. Venus symbolizes harmony, balance, and the aesthetic principles of the universe. Astrological influence. Venus governs relationships, creativity, and values. The corresponding Elohim represents the divine qualities of love, beauty, and unity. 5. Mars, the Elohim of strength and action. Cosmological connection. Mars represents energy, conflict, and transformation. It is the force that disrupts stagnation to enable growth. Astrological influence. Mars governs courage, drive, and determination. The Elohim associated with Mars embodies transformative power and the will to overcome obstacles. 6. Jupiter, the Elohim of expansion and wisdom. Cosmological connection. Jupiter is the largest planet and symbolizes abundance, growth, and divine wisdom. Astrological influence. Jupiter governs higher learning, philosophy, and spiritual growth. The Elohim linked to Jupiter represents the expansive force of divine knowledge and benevolence. 7. Saturn, the Elohim of discipline and structure. Cosmological connection. Saturn represents boundaries, order, and the laws of the universe. Astrological influence. Saturn governs discipline, responsibility, and karma. The corresponding Elohim embodies the principles of cosmic law, structure, and accountability. Cosmological roles of the 7 Elohim. 1. Creators of the universe. The 7 Elohim are often described as the architects of the universe, orchestrating the manifestation of physical and spiritual dimensions. Each Elohim corresponds to a specific phase of creation, mirroring the 7 days of creation in Genesis. 2. Guardians of cosmic order. In esoteric cosmology, the Elohim ensure the balance and harmony of the cosmos. Their energies are reflected in the movements of celestial bodies and the cycles of nature. 3. Influencers of human evolution. Astrological traditions view the Elohim as divine forces that influence human consciousness and destiny. By understanding their energies, individuals can align with cosmic rhythms and achieve spiritual growth. Astrological eras and the Elohim. The precession of the equinoxes creates astrological ages, each lasting approximately 2,160 years. These ages correspond to zodiac signs and are believed to reflect shifts in collective consciousness. The 7 Elohim are seen as guiding forces during these transitions. Age of Aries, Mars, an era of conquest, individualism, and pioneering spirit. Age of Pisces, Jupiter/Neptune, a time of faith, mysticism, and compassion. Age of Aquarius, Uranus/Saturn, the current or emerging age, emphasizing innovation, unity, and humanitarian ideals. The Elohim associated with each age guide humanity's spiritual evolution during these periods. Esoteric practices and the Elohim. 1. Meditation and invocation. Practitioners invoke the 7 Elohim to align with their energies and access higher states of consciousness. Visualizing their celestial archetypes can aid in personal transformation and cosmic connection. 2. Rituals and alignment with the cosmos. Astrological and ceremonial practices honor the Elohim as embodiments of divine principles, enhancing harmony between the individual and the universe. Conclusion: the Elohim as universal forces. The concept of the 7 Elohim bridges the realms of religion, mysticism, and metaphysics, representing a multifaceted understanding of divine creation and cosmic order. Whether viewed as celestial architects, spiritual archetypes, or extraterrestrial intelligences, the Elohim embody humanity's enduring quest to understand the origins and purpose of existence. Their presence in sacred texts and esoteric traditions reminds us of the interconnectedness of the universe and the potential for personal and collective transformation through alignment with divine principles. As symbols of creative power and spiritual evolution, the Elohim continue to inspire exploration into the mysteries of life and the cosmos.